Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Welcome to this month's Annie's Mailbox. Today, we'll be reading a letter from a person named Coco. In her letter, Coco will be telling us about something that she will remember forever.
Right, and the title is Something I Will Never Forget.
Now, this person, Coco, is going to be telling us about an event that was scary for her. Coco is going to get into a dangerous situation, and her grandpa is going to have to save her.
Yep, Coco's story is chock full of action and laziness. Long ago, Coco, you see, was lazy. Remember that. Her laziness almost cost her big time.
Indeed. Anyway, Coco's letter is going to be very entertaining. That being said, she's going to make some errors along the way. And that's where we come in. We'll be making corrections in Coco's writing as we read.
Okay, with that, it is time to get started. Let's take a break for now. When we return, though, we will start reading and learning.
Something I will never forget. Dear Annie, I still remember one scary day. My cousin asked me to bring 2 bottles of water for a baseball game. She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one by one. However, I was too lazy. I thought that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time. That's when I fell. Suddenly, I was in the river. "Somebody help me!" I shouted. Grandpa got a fishing net and saved me. This is something I will never forget. It taught me less haste, less waste. Your friend, Coco.
Explanation 1.
Welcome back to our lesson. Let's start reading from Coco's letter. What is it that Coco will forever remember? Let's find out.
Okay, remember, the title of Coco's letter is Something I Will Never Forget. It begins by saying, Dear Annie, I still remember one scary day. This scary day is the one she'll never forget.
Yup. On that scary day, Coco's cousin asked her to bring 2 bottles of water for a baseball game. That's the first part of what Coco's cousin said.
Correct. The cousin said something else too. She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one on one. Huh? Says Coco.
One-on-one, eh? I don't think so. So, let's go ahead and make the first correction of the day. Coco. The phrase one-on-one, well, in English, it really means in person. Person to person and face to face. That's how it's most commonly used. Now, as you are not meeting or confronting someone directly in your letter, I get the feeling that you did not mean to use this phrase. I think you've got it confused with the phrase one by one. The phrase one by one means one at a time, one after another. Coco, I think that you're trying to say that your cousin told you to take 1 bottle of water at a time. If this is true, use the phrase one by one and not one on one. For example, the 2 boys played a game of one-on-one basketball. Or The members of the audience left one by one.
今天 Coco 要跟我们分享她觉得很可怕、很难忘的一天。她在信件里面用到一个形容词叫 scary。Scary 是指恐怖的、可怕的。那么 Coco 说，那一天她堂姐叫她拿2瓶水去棒球比赛那里。读到信件的第3句。She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one on one. 她还交代我过桥的时候要一次拿1瓶水。好，句子里面的 one on one 是指面对面，相当于 face to face。那它也可以指1对1。我们常常在 one on one 之间加上连字号来当形容词用，像 one on one tutoring。就表示老师跟学生1对1的辅导指导。不过 Coco 她应该是要表达一次拿1瓶水，这时候应该用 one by one 来表达一个接一个的。例如 The students walked onto the stage one by one. 那些学生们一个接一个走到舞台上。因此 Coco 应该要把 one on one 改成 one by one 句子才正确。So the correct sentence should read,
She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one by one.
Okay, Coco's cousin just advised her to carry 1 bottle of water at a time. Coco, sadly, does not follow her cousin's advice.
Coco heard her cousin, but she ignored her. But I was too lazy to listen, says Coco, which is not right in every way. Yes, it is now time to make the second correction of the day. The word but is a conjunction that can be used to connect things like clauses and such together. But brings these things together. That being said, the word but cannot be used at the beginning of a single standalone sentence. I suggest you use the word however. Okay, use this word instead to preserve the meaning of your sentence. Now, one note. The word however in situations like this should be followed by a comma. However, comma, the rest of your sentence. For example, the weather is terrible today. However, as today is my only day off, I will be going outside.
Coco 的堂姐特别交代她过桥的时候一次要拿1瓶水，但她却没有这么做。我们读到信件的下一句 But I was too lazy. 可是我太懒惰了。那这个句子听起来似乎没有问题 ，but 就表示但是、可是。可是啊 ，but 是连接词，要用来连接2个句子或者是字词，不能用来当单一句子的句首。我们可以改用副词 however 来表达。However 表示然而、但是，是用来转换语气。那么摆在句子里面的时候，要记得用逗号把它跟后面的句子隔开。例如 Their car is old, but it still runs well. 他们那台车很老旧，可是呢，它还是能正常行驶。例句里面的 but 是当连接词，用来连接 Their car is old 以及 It still runs well 这2个句子。那如果用 however 改写，句子会变成 Their car is old, however, it still runs well. 句子里面的 however 它是当副词，所以我们用逗号把它跟后面的句子隔开。那回到 Coco 的句子，建议把 but 改成 however， 后面再加一个逗号会比较恰当。So the correct sentence should read,
However, I was too lazy. Okay, with that, it is now time to take a break, but don't go away, folks. We'll be back soon.
Explanation 2. Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, lazy Coco got some advice from her cousin. Her cousin told her to take 2 bottles of water across the bridge, one by one.
That is correct. But Coco was lazy. 1 bottle at a time, she thought. No way. That would be too slow. So, she took both bottles with her at the same time.
Yep, Coco says, I think that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time.
Think? That's not correct, Coco. Yes, everyone, we now need to make the 3rd correction of the day. Coco, you are talking about something that you did in the past. As such, you need to use the past tense. I think that was slow. No way. It should be, I thought that was too slow. So make the switch. For example, I used to think that the world was flat. I thought that until I reached the age of reason.
Coco 很懒惰，她不想要把水瓶分2次拿。她说 I think that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time. 我觉得那样太慢了，所以我同时拿2瓶水。那这个句子是在描述过去的事情，所以句子里的动词 think 也应该用过去式 thought 来表达。think 的动词3态是 think, thought, thought。例如 I think the movie is worth watching. 我认为那部电影值得一看。再造个例句 My friend and I saw a movie last weekend. We thought it was excellent. 我跟我朋友上周末看了一部电影，我们觉得那部电影很棒。好，回到 Coco 的句子，他只要把动词 think 改成过去式 thought， 句子就正确咯。So the correct sentence should read,
I thought that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time.
Okay, next, Coco's laziness catches up with her. Immediately after deciding to carry both bottles at the same time, she goes down.
Next, Coco says, that's when I fell down. Which is not quite right. Coco, I knew what you were saying there. But you can be a bit more precise with your language. If you fall down, there is no difference between where you were before and then after falling. If you just fall, if you fall, there is a difference between where you were before and after falling. Here, you sound as though you fell, Coco. You fell and ended up in a new and scary place or situation. For example, I fell down after being hit by the line drive. Or, after I fell, I ended up in the ocean.
Coco 一次拿了2瓶水过桥，结果发生一件很可怕的事。她说 That's when I fell down. 结果我跌倒了。句子里面的 fall down 表示跌倒。诶，这样听起来好像没有到很可怕的地步啊。不过如果我们偷偷的往下看，看到信件下一句，就会发现 Coco 她掉进河里了，所以她应该是要表达从桥上摔下来，这样就很可怕咯。那当我们要表达摔下来或者是跌落到某个地方，应该用动词 fall。fall 表示跌倒前跟跌倒后的位置是有高低落差的。那么 fall 的动词3态是 fall, fell, fallen。好，那至于 fall down 通常是指在原地跌倒，跌倒前跟跌倒后的位置是没有高低落差的。例如 Don't stand too close to the edge of the cliff, you'll fall. 不要站在离悬崖边缘太近的地方，否则你会摔下来哦。好，再看个例句 The boy tripped and fell down. 那个男孩绊到脚跌倒了。好，回到 Coco 的句子，只要把 fell down 改成 fell 语义就正确咯。So Coco's sentence should read,
That's when I fell. Okay, let's start to wrap today's letter up. The following lines are super exciting. Get this. Next, Coco falls into the river.
Whoa! Right, suddenly says Coco, I was on the river, which is exciting but not correct. So let's make the final correction of the day.
Let's make this simple, Coco. If you are on the river, you are floating. If you are in the river, you're swimming or drowning. You're inside the river, in the waters there, okay? That's what we're saying. So, Coco, you, in your letter, you were in the river. You fell and found yourself in a dangerous situation there in the river. For example, they took the boat for a ride on the river. Then they went swimming in the river.
Coco 从桥上摔下来，那接着他说 Suddenly I was on the river. 突然间我人就在河里面了。好，那这个句子里的介系词用错了。On the river 表示在河上，这是强调在河面上，像船才会在河面上。而人呢，在河里是在水中，所以要用 in the river 会比较恰当。In the river 就是强调在河水中。例如 There are some fish in the river. 河里面有一些鱼，鱼是在水中。There are a few boats on the river. 河上有几艘船。好，回到 Coco 的句子，要把介系词 on 改成 in 会比较恰当哦。So the correct sentence should read,
Suddenly, I was in the river. Anyways, not long ago, I said that Coco had fallen and then had found herself in a dangerous situation. I wasn't kidding. Coco fell into the river. She is in real danger.
Right. And in the coming lines, Coco tells us all about it and what happened to her.
Somebody help me, I shouted, she writes. Then, lucky for her, someone, Grandpa, well, he's there to save the day. Grandpa, says Coco, got a fishing net and saved me.
Phew. Boy, is Coco ever lucky. Anyway, with that, we've come to the final lines of today's lesson. This is something I will never forget, she says. It taught me less haste, less waste. There you have it. That's the lesson that Coco learned.
Another way of putting it is, don't be lazy, Coco.
That's true.
Okay, everyone, our lesson is now complete, and that means it's time for a break. But don't go away. We'll be back soon.
Something I will never forget. Dear Annie, I still remember one scary day. My cousin asked me to bring 2 bottles of water for a baseball game. She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one by one. However, I was too lazy. I thought that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time. That's when I fell. Suddenly, I was in the river. Somebody help me, I shouted. Grandpa got a fishing net and saved me. This is something I will never forget. It taught me less haste, less waste. Your friend, Coco.
这也太贵了吧！英文怎么说？欢迎收看《就爱讲英文》，我是悠悠。 有时候买东西听到那个价钱，哇，你是来抢劫的吧？那么的贵。
所以今天跟大家分享这也太贵了吧？英文怎么说？一 That's outrageous。二 I can't shell out that much。三 It costs an arm and a leg。四 That is highway robbery。我跟你说，我昨天买了500块的咸酥鸡，好舒压哦。
500很贵吧你？
这太夸张了，对不对？
对啊，你这有钱人，知不知道民生疾苦现在哈
？500块还好了哈，但你觉得很扯？
真扯。
That's outrageous。
That's outrageous。
outrageous 呢，就是太扯了，太离谱，太不合理了，太忽。
比如说，还超市我有看过那个矿泉水，这样子一小瓶哦，180块。
Oh, that's outrageous！
太夸张了吧？
那我有一些朋友呢，他们会揪我买那个名牌包。
男生也买名牌包哦？
对，真的哈，这个贵到无法下手的时候，我们就要讲I can't shell out that much。I
can't shell out that much.
Shell out 在口语的用法呢，就是付钱，
out
就是 pay 的意思，哈，就是常常会讲花一大笔钱。OK，I can't shell out that much， 我没有办法花那么多钱。
我也没有办法。
I can't shell out big bucks for that bag.
Big bucks，
花大钱。
大钱。
I can't shell out big bucks for that bag.
但是有听到那些开价，就很想要回他，你快去抢钱算了吧你！
这盐酥鸡只要1200块而已啦。
之前还有什么一杯饮那个果汁卖300块，你去抢劫吧你！
这种抢劫的话，我们这可以说 highway
robbery。highway robbery。
对，直白的意思啊，直接翻的话就是什么？公路抢劫。highway robbery， 沿路抢，这样就对了。太夸张了 ，That's highway robbery。That's
highway robbery。
对
，That's highway robbery。这样真的是贵到可以卖肾了。
对，卖肾。我们不要卖肾了，但英文有类似卖肾的东西，也就是手脚都要剁去卖。英文叫做 It costs an arm and a leg。
也太贵了吧！
对，贵到要剁一只手、剁手剁脚去卖。
It costs an arm and a leg。
对，它需要这么多钱。
你看我这手跟脚可以卖多少钱？
差不多25块吧。看一下今天的 live action。Excuse me, how much is this T-shirt?
It's $1,000 US.
1,000? That's outrageous! I can't shell out that much for a T-shirt.
Okay, I will give you a discount.
Okay.
$800 then.
$800? This is highway robbery. No, thank you.
No. Wait. $10 then.
$10? Okay, deal.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里，我们要来看5个句子，看看这些句子哪里出了问题，我们要把错误订正过来。同学们，您都准备好了没？1分钟计时，开始。第一句是 She also told me that I should carry the bottles across the bridge one on one。她还交代我过桥的时候要一次拿1瓶水。注意 one on one 是像你打篮球斗牛1对1那种1对1面对面的意思，你应该说 one by one 才是一个接一个，一瓶接一瓶的拿，改成 one by one。第二句是 But I was too lazy， 可是我太懒惰了。好，注意 but 是个连接词，它用来连接2个句子或是字词，它是连接东西用的，你不要把它摆在一个单一句子的那个句首，我们把它改用 however 这个副词 however 后面加逗号跟句子隔开，就可以表达可是怎么样了。好，第三句是 I think that was slow, so I carried both bottles at the same time。我觉得那样太慢，所以我同时拿2瓶水。我们在描述过去的事情，所以你的 think 要改成过去式变成 thought。好，第四句是 That's when I fell down， 结果跌到桥下。fall down 是原地跌倒 ，fall 才是摔下来，所以你要说 That's when I fell。跌落到某个地方用 fell。OK， 第5句 Suddenly I was on the river， 突然间我人就在河里了。好 ，on the river 是在河面上，我们要说在水里面，掉进水是在水中，你要用 in the river。差一点点 就成功了。我废话太多，不管怎么样，我们继续一起努力加油。我们复习完5个句子，耶！我们下次见，拜拜。